Hello everyone, welcome to my class. Myself Janisha from St. Joseph Composite PU College, Vijayapur. I'm dealing with economics subject. In the last episode, we have discussed about the various concepts regarding poverty. Yes, so in that we studied that what is poverty, what are the broad categories of poverty, and who are poor and non-poor, and regarding the chronic poor, transient poor, non-poor. So these concepts we learn in the last episode. From the last episode. Today, in this episode, we are going to discuss about regarding the poverty line. What is this poverty line? Poverty line is what? It is a measurement of a poverty. That means whether they are belongs to poor or non-poor. As you know that BPL and APL, yes, below poverty line BPL, above poverty line APL. So this is what the measuring rod of poverty. Now let us examine how to determine the poverty line on the basis of their consumption. Take for example, according to the monetary value or per capita expenditure of the minimum calorie intake that was estimated in 2400 calories in the rural person. Means if a rural person, that means if a rural person, if he is able to get the minimum calorie intake, that is 2400 calories of consumption, and also in 2100 calories, that is for a person in the urban areas. That means if they are capable of having 2400 calories of food in rural areas and 2100 calories, that is in urban areas, on the basis of that we can classify or we can identify those who are belonging to the poor as well as the non-poor. Based on this, in 2009-10, the poverty line was defined for rural areas as consumption worth rupees 673 per person a month, and for urban areas it was rupees 860. Means in the rural areas rupees 673 per person his spending, and also in urban areas rupees 860. Though the government uses monthly per capita expenditure MPCE as proxy for income of households to identify the poor. Means government has introduced monthly per capita expenditure, according to that which estimated the income of households to identify the poor. But do you think this mechanism satisfactorily identifies the poor households in our country? Yes, through the help of individual income, is it we can identify the poor households in the country? This is what the big question. Economists state that a major problem with this mechanism means identification of poverty. So this had groups all the poor together, means which is not differentiate between very poor and the other poor. The main aim of poverty alleviation schemes should be to improve human lives by expanding the range of things that a person could be and could do, such as to be healthy and well nourished, to be knowledgeable and participate in the life of a community. So this is what the main aim of a poverty alleviation scheme. Yes, poverty reduction or poverty alleviation scheme's main intention was, that is to provide healthy and well nourished knowledgeable, and participate in the life of a community. Means people, healthiest people, and also well nourished, and for them providing the education, literates them, and also give the opportunity to participate in the life of a community. From this point of view, development is about removing the obstacles to the things that a person can do in life, such as illiteracy, ill health, lack of access to resources, or lack of civil and political freedoms. That means the main what point of this poverty reduction or the development process is about removing the obstacles, removing the problems. That is by the way of what providing the it means removing the obstacles, means removing the problems that is relating to what illiteracy, ill health, lack of access to resources, or lack of civil and political freedoms. So when we find out the solution for these problems, then automatically the problem of poverty also reduces. The next we'll discuss about the number of poor in India. So in India, how many poor people are living? So that we can see here. So through the help of head count ratio, we can estimate the number of poor. So when the number of poor is estimated as a proportion of people below the poverty line, so that is called as head count ratio. Means estimation of poor or estimation of poor people, that is by the way of identifying below poverty line. Means when we estimate the proportion of people below the poverty line, then it is called as head count ratio. The official data on poverty is made available to the public by the Planning Commission. Means official data regarding the poverty, so that is done by the Planning Commission. It is estimated on the basis of consumption expenditure data collected by the National Sample Survey Organization or NSSO. That means it also estimated that on the basis of consumption expenditure. That is data collected by NSSO. And also in 1973-74, more than 320 million people were below the poverty line. So remember, 1973-74, more than 320 million people were BPL. And in 2011-12, the number of, in 2011-12, this number has come down, that is to about 270 million. So up from 320 million, it has been reduced up to 270 million in 2011-12. And in terms of proportion, in 1973-74, about 55% of the total population was below poverty line. Okay, and in 2011-12, it has again fallen to 22%, means from 55% to 22%. In 1973-74, more than 80% of the poor resided in rural areas, and this situation has not changed even in 2011-12. In the 1990s, the absolute number of poor in rural areas had declined, whereas the number of their urban counterparts increased marginally. So in 1990s, the absolute number of poor in rural areas has been decreased, but the urban counterparts will be increased because the rural poor, they are migrated to urban areas. And the poverty ratio declined continuously for both the urban and rural areas. So this is what the poor, the number of poor in India. Okay, students, remaining part we'll discuss in the next episode. In that episode, we'll discuss what are the causes of poverty. And in this episode, some exercise questions. They are: first question, write a short note on number of poor in India. Question number 2, what is head count ratio? Question number 3, expand MPCE. So these are the questions. Dear students, you need to write the answer in your assignment book and submit it on time. Thank you very much. We'll meet in the next episode.